Are you among the 150 million people living with a major health problem and don't even know it? A problem that is attacking your body from the inside out. It's runaway inflammation, the silent killer, and only your immune system can rescue you. That is, if it's functioning properly. Most of the time, you don't see it or feel it, but inside of you may be a firestorm of activity that is causing untold damage. Chronic inflammation, the underlying misdirected activity of a faulty immune system that, when left unchecked for months on end, creates an environment in which disease can slowly spread within your body and healing of injury is slow and painful.
Chronic inflammation is probably one of the largest underlying causes for most of the diseases that are known today. It's a cause of heart disease, it's a cause of autoimmune diseases. I think it's implicated in fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, and the list just goes on. And inflammation damages the body, and so it's a huge problem. And we're just now learning more and more about inflammatory causes of diseases, and I think it's going to be basically the new buzzword of the future of causes of problems.
Inflammation is your body's first line of defense, used by your immune system in fighting infection, and is the first step in the healing process when injured. Inflammation, when delivered by a balanced, well-functioning immune system, is a key component to a healthy body. When a problem surfaces within your body, your immune system swings into action, sending white blood cells and specialized proteins like antibodies to surround and eliminate the infection. If you are injured, inflammation is the first step in the healing process. The complex system of signals employed by your immune system that sends inflammation must be working properly, or severe problems can arise. If your immune system is out of balance and inflammation hangs around after the job is done, or if your system is not working properly and inflammation is sent to attack healthy cells, what starts as a slow burn, attacking foreign bodies, becomes a raging firestorm, turning what was once your personal army of protection into your worst enemy.
Inflammation is probably the most severe health issue for any humans. That is the cause of so many diseases. And if you have a chronic inflammation, that results in typically a health problem that the individual has to deal with. So inflammation is a sign of the function of the immune system, and it's something that needs to be taken seriously.
So how do you know if your system is out of whack and is doing more harm than good? Well, one recognizable way is long-term sickness, like chronic joint inflammation or perpetual digestive, respiratory, or circulatory issues that must be managed through pharmaceuticals. But now there is another measurable way through a simple blood test gaining popularity in modern medicine. It measures the amount of inflammation in a body. It is called C-reactive protein, or CRP for short.
A C-reactive protein is a marker for inflammation, and there's a high sensitivity one that's very specific for the heart. And basically what the studies are showing is when you have an elevated high sensitivity CRP for a length of period of time, you're increasing your risk of heart disease and heart inflammation. And this is well known in all the cardiology journals, and it's a marker that we follow as a kind of a predictor of inflammatory disease and heart disease indicators.
So what is the answer to lowering a high CRP score? Until now, there has been no definitive answer, but a new product that does not target inflammation directly, but instead partners with your immune system, has now been shown in a clinical study to effectively lower CRP scores. It works by helping the body's immune system balance and regain its innate intelligence. The product was developed by the life sciences divisions of ConAgra and DuPont and is known in the scientific world as hyperimmune egg and sold to the public as Immune 26 or I26 for short.
The hyperimmune technology is what we call the revolutionary technology because it is focused in on the immune system. The reason why Immune 26 is important for us is that it helps you heal your own body because having a healthy immune system provides you with that kind of support. That's very much needed. We have ignored that, or we haven't really understood the function of the immune system for human health. This is one of these products that is revolutionary because it addresses every aspect of the immune system because it allows for a complete delivery of all of the components for humans to obtain the maximum health status.
A clinical study was performed by Dr. Laura Miles to test the effects of hyperimmune egg I26 on patients with elevated CRP levels. Patients with chronically elevated levels over 3 were admitted into the study. This study is considered a first step in a long-term examination of the effects of hyperimmune egg and its relation to elevated CRP scores.
I did a small clinical study looking at high sensitivity C-reactive protein, the inflammatory marker, and utilizing I26 in just the regular dose of 2 scoops a day to see if it would lower the C-reactive protein marker. And what we did was we looked at people who had markedly elevated and consistently elevated markers and started them on the I26 and then followed their blood work at 3 weeks and then again at 6 weeks. And what we found was across the board, we had lowering at 3 weeks and we had significant lowering by the end of the study at 6 weeks. And so much so that it was really an eye-opener that this natural substance could completely change in the face of inflammation. It was terrific results.
I learned about the product from Dr. Laura Miles. I had gone to see her for some health concerns that I had, primarily to try to lose weight and just get healthy. During the process of her evaluating me, she realized that I had a high CRP level, and she, I think, initially thought that would be resolved with some weight loss, and after several months and about 50 pounds of weight loss, it was still relatively high. And because she wasn't satisfied with the progress that I was making in getting that down, she recommended that I try the hyperimmune egg supplement because some of the studies that she had seen were revealing that it was helping to lower that CRP level. I had a 60% reduction in my CRP levels in 3 weeks. It was very high on the charts, and within 3 weeks it was lowered to within the normal range.
Yes, we're looking at a number, but if you take the numbers out of it and ask the patient, tell me how you felt at the end of that study, they were all just, I feel great. What is this stuff? We want to stay on it. Just because the study's over, do we have to do it? So we have to look at the whole person and not just follow just one marker. And so if physicians will kind of step back and look at it from that standpoint and realize that inflammation is an underlying cause in so many of the diseases, instead of trying to reach for a pill that causes more side effects than it's worth, then they're going to actually get more of a benefit out of using this type of approach than the other.
Oh my gosh, it's remarkable. I feel so much better. I have so much more energy. I definitely have a better outlook on life. I feel like I'm able to manage stress better.
I26 hyperimmune egg is available in limited supply through a professional network of business owners, registered medical professionals, select retail locations, and pharmacies. For more information, please contact your personal representative or Legacy for Life at 1-800-557-8477 for a representative or location near you.